A seeker is asking the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna for something. Now we can all relate to this business of asking, isn't it? We are always asking from God, and there are a lot of people who not only ask but they also complain. They grumble. Why did you do this? That's not fair, etc., etc. So we are all very familiar with this business of asking from God. It's very, very important, this sharing of spiritual knowledge, of this asking. We need to know that. Because sometimes we will be the losers if we do not know what to really ask for. Most people in the world, sometimes even non-believers, when they are in a difficult situation in life, health, wealth, family, whatever it may be, then even if they don't believe, this is the time for them. So if he listens, maybe something will happen there. So they ask God to sort out their problems. So most people who approach God, they approach God for this material world. 99% people fall into this category. This is a very detailed explanation of understanding what we can ask for, what we cannot. Because a considerable amount of our material circumstances are based upon our karma. Wealth, that's what everybody wants these days, more money, much wants more, never satisfied. So the Hitopdesh says, Ayuh karma cha vittancha vidya nidhanameva cha panchaitanya pisrijyante garbhastasyaiva dehina. When an individual soul is in the womb itself, that time it's decided how much of wealth, how long that person is going to live. Everything is predetermined according to our own karma. It's not been forced onto us by somebody up there or whatever. So the first thing is complaining or grumbling about anything is totally wrong because it's our own karma. What we sow, we reap. So most of the time we are asking God for things that are decided upon. Even health issues, many a times, there are three kinds of problems health-wise in life. One is environment. Certain diseases come from environment. Certain due to our carelessness. wrong food, no exercise, a sedentary lifestyle, etc. So some problems come through that. Living in England, people lucky, they escape arthritis, isn't it? The weather is that, it promotes it. So if we are living in England, we have to bear the consequences as well. So some issues are circumstances, some issues are due to our carelessness of handling this material body, which we have instructions in the Bhagavad Gita. Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Sri Krishna warning Arjuna, 6th chapter, 16th verse, 17th verse. Moderate. Everything has to be right for the body. Body is a machine. If you are going to deal with it in a careless manner, too much sleeping, too much wrong food, you will suffer. Yogo bhavati dukkha. Now, apart from this, there are serious health problems that can come to us from past life karmas. And such health problems, we keep having visits to the doctor, appointments, and the doctor has, in this country it's not easy to get regular appointments. You suffer a lot before you have to go through. But nevertheless, with all the tests that they do, everything, the medication that's given, it doesn't seem to be working. Why? Karma of the past. It's coming, probably go one day. That doesn't mean we don't go to the doctor. We don't know which one it is, so we do go. But whenever something is not working out, it's more sensible to understand it could be part of my karma. Let me accept it, you see. Acceptance helps us to suffer less. Wealth, as I said, predetermined. Bhartrihari said that whatever is predetermined according to your karma, you've done a good amount of charity, so we have to be there. That's why it says, Dhanam ekam kalau yuge. In this age of Kali, man's greatest attachment is going to be to wealth, money, so therefore charity. It's dangerous to hoard too much. The next life, you can end up born as Daridri, a pauper. Then don't blame God, it was you. How much do you need? Food, clothes, shelter. The rest, shared with the rest of the children in the world. So wealth is predetermined, and the Sanskrit verse Bhartrihari wrote, Yadhatra nijabhala pattalikitam stokam mahadvadanam tatprapnoti marusthalepi nitaram merau tatonnadikam taddhiro bhavavittamansu kripanam vittim vritha makrita kupe pashyapayo nidhavapi gato girhnati tulyam jalam. He explains with examples. You have a pot, you want to fill water. There is a well nearby, you go there, fill it up. Then you think, this well is a small little place, have water. Let me go to the river Thames and fill it up. You go there. Then you decide, no, the sea is very nearby, let me go to the sea. How much of water are you going to get in? More? No. Size of your pot. That's important. So the size of our pot is our karma of past as far as wealth is concerned. Again, that doesn't mean we don't go to work. I'm going to sit back and get it. You won't do it, I know that. Yes, people do when they know the government is going to pay for doing it. But otherwise, suppose the government were to pay, you're not going to sit back for wealth, for other things. We're always running more. So, he said, you may be in a desert and you will get what is going to be given for you. You might just hit upon a bag of gold there out of nowhere. And here you are making all the effort to get more wealth, and somebody tells you, go and climb the highest mountain and you get more. You will not get a penny more. So predetermined things in the world we keep asking God. We have a list, not one or two, but quite a bit of list. So as I said, 99% people, they're always asking for the material world. Now some people, some fortunate people, some lucky people, maybe in this life experiences, maybe through past lives, we have got a fund of experience inside that very quickly the mind tells you, this is not satisfying me at all. This is all temporary. This is one day I'm going to lose it, etc., etc. And then you think, what should I have that's going to satisfy me? What should I ask? So the next thing we hear of, you heard of Swarga, celestial abode. So those who have got some understanding of Sanatana Dharma philosophy, it has been clearly stated that Swarga is not the ultimate divine abode. It is a temporary abode that we attain for the virtuous sattvic karma that we perform. Sattvic karma is also a part of Maya. So you enjoy the pleasures of the celestial abode, and once those sattvic good karma are exhausted, then you come back. If you read the Gita, doesn't Sri Krishna say, Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye martyalokam vishanti, 9th chapter, 21st verse. You will come back. A person who is Indra in the celestial abode, he could be King Indra, but after that good karma is not devotion, good karma is sattvic karma. Sattvic, we have three modes of Maya, tamogun, rajogun, sattvagun. So all three are parts of Maya. The worst is tamogun, better rajogun, still better is sattvagun. But still it is within material mode. Higher than that is devotional action. So sattvic karma is also binding. This is the whole philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita. So sattvic karma, those who attain the celestial abode, they may very well come back as donkeys next life. According to karma, once that is exhausted, bank balance is finished. The manager tells you, look, no more money in the bank. Well, you were giving me 10,000 every month. Yeah, I was, because the balance was there in your account, but now it's zero. Go home. In the same way, Swarga is temporary. The Ramayana also says, Swarga hu swalpa anta dukhdai. Eventually, it's back again into the cycle of birth and death. It's a higher state of pleasure, like one person owning a bicycle and another a Rolls Royce car. Now, outwardly it appears to be a big difference. Bicycle, Rolls Royce. But when that little boy bought the new bicycle, first day he is sitting on it, the pleasure he gets from that. And the pleasure, the person who bought a Rolls Royce today and he's sitting in that Rolls Royce, the pleasure experienced is the same. Outwardly, the object is different. Similarly, as compared to this material abode, the pleasures of the celestial abode are definitely on a higher platform, but nevertheless, the pleasure experienced by a cow having green, fresh grass, and the pleasure you have having your favorite ice cream or whatever it may be, X, Y, Z, we all have our favorite foods. So that pleasure that you are getting, green grass and mine, different? No, pleasure is the same. So therefore, one who knows about this, because we've forgotten, all of us have been to this celestial abode, we have been King Indra many times. We don't remember. Thank God we don't, otherwise we think, what a terrible existence over here. You wouldn't want to live in a horrible world. We don't remember. But the saints, the scriptures tell us that you have all been there. It's a temporary abode. So one who has understood that this is temporary, he wants to go higher. I don't want that. Then what do you want? Now after this comes the divine realm. The realm where there is no bondage. You are free from the cycle of birth and death. What do people ask for after that? Not the material world, not the celestial abode. I want to be liberated from suffering. Mukti, you know that? Everybody talks about it, sings about it. So we want permanent freedom from the cycle of birth and death. Punarapi jananam, punarapi marana. Freedom from the bondage of karma. And that goal is called Ekatva Mukti, Sayujya Mukti, many names. Merging, the soul merges into the divine. This is called Mukti, Moksha. However, there are people who want to move higher. You heard of the Ramayana? Kagbhushundi ji is standing, Lord Ram is standing before him and he's offering him, come on, ask for something. I'm really very happy with your worship, your devotion. Ask. Kagbhushundi mang var ati prasanna mohi jana animadik siddhi aparanidhi moksha sakala sukh khan. So first Lord Ram offers him the supernatural power, siddhi. Remember, even siddhi is a part of the material realm. Divine siddhi is a different matter, but others, you can become as light as cotton wool, lighter probably, you can walk on the water. And many things, you can be so heavy that 100 people cannot lift you. That's all material siddhis. So Lord Ram offered that. And he said, no way, I don't want all that. Don't trap me. Okay, moksha sakala sukha khan. Liberation, I'm offering you moksha. It's the greatest wealth. And Kagbhushundi ji just nodded his head. Go and offer that to somebody else. I have somebody, a true master, who has taught me not to take any of these things. Not even moksha, no. Then what do you want? Aviral bhakti vishuddha tava Shruti Puran Jai Gav Jehi Khojat Yogi Shamuni Prabhu Prasad Ko Pai So Dehu Daya Kariram. Moksha I don't want, because I know that once I have that true love, that true devotion, I'm graced by you with that, then moksha is automatic. I don't have to take I don't want to be indebted to you for offering me moksha. It's automatic. I will get it. There's no question of bondage of karma. There is no question of suffering when I have received that true devotion and love from you. So I only want that which is rare. So even in the spiritual realm, there is a lot of goals of different levels that we need to know about. So right now we are in the state of practicing spiritual practice. So in the stage of spiritual practice, we should be very clear about what we want, because then once we receive grace and we are liberated, or whatever we call, then we are going to attain that goal which we put into our daily spiritual practice. So it's important to decide what you want. So liberation, as put by a saint, was, I do not want to become the sweet I want to taste the sweet. So merging in the divine, soul with the supreme soul, is like becoming the sweet. The mind, which is the experiencing faculty, it's finished. This material mind, there's no more. And you experience joy or pleasures with the mind. So when there is ekatra mukti merging, there is no mind left. No experience. It's an experienceless state of, you could say, divine union. That's what it is. But mind is not there. Now the devotee says, I want to have duality. Two of you, you and me. This is not a material duality. It's a divine duality. The body is divine, the mind is divine. And with this divine body and mind, we experience that highest, that sweetest, that unlimited, that unconditional, that selfless, pure love which we are seeking all the time. So that is why this soul is saying to Sri Krishna, I want you to give me Nishkaam Prem, selfless love. We can only ask, we have no experience of it. Sometimes we think, I love you for your sake. It's a very common thing people tell each other, but it's only, we don't know what is love. Love in the world, you know what it is? I'll be very brief. There are three kinds of love. One love is take, take, take all the time. And one love is give and take. I'll do for you, you do for me. I'll make you happy, you make me happy. So it's a conditional trading. If the conditions are not complied with, about turn. So in the world, we know two things. You meet a lot of people who are now all about just taking advantage of you all the time. They don't want to do anything, but they want to take, how to get the better out of you. And such people are just take, Lena. And then the world moves on because there's a Lena and Lena. Even house situations is about Lena and Lena. We do for each other. We bend. Sometimes one person bends, sometimes the other person bends, and that's how family life is carried on. But because this Lena is becoming more and more short-lived, so you can see what's happening to relationships. Because most of you are from back India, you have a connection there. So things about family life, there was a different understanding. Parents used to tell the young girl, okay, now you're getting married, you're going out of this house, now you're not coming back here. Tumhari arthi niklegi. You know, that kind of thing. But now there's no question, it's always happening. They go back, they come and come. Because the Lena is not balancing out. So in the world is about Lena and Dena, and many a times we are not aware about that it's a give and take. So especially sometimes as parents, we tell our children, I have done everything for your sake, for you. But internally it's a coming back to you. You do it for your child. You get pleasure out of it. You're getting a happiness, that's why you're doing it. So it's a hidden taking which we are not aware of. But we can only give and only give and only give when we reach the state of fulfillment. Then you don't care how anybody behaves with you because you have attained. That's how the saints live in this world. What do we give them? That is always beginning from negative thoughts because we don't understand those divine personalities. So it's negative thinking when things don't go according to the way we want it or whatever. Or sometimes we can even criticize them, and sometimes the world gives them a hard time. Some of them are prosecuted, some of them are defamed, and we know it all the same, the history of saints. But they came only to give and only care. They are ready. This person may be putting a garland of roses around my neck today. Possibly sometime he can put even a garland of shoes around me. They are ready for it. This is the world. So it's to give and only give. That is pure love. No expectation in return, nothing. Such a love we have never dreamt of. To only give and give. Over here, the moment you smile at a person, you're expecting a smile back, isn't it? You speak to a person, you invite the person. She didn't bother to invite me. We're always, judging people because there's a give and take. But to give and only give, it is called pure love, unconditional love, where there is no expectation. Such a love belongs to the divine realm, not the material world. Nowhere in the material world. We may talk about it, and internally we desire it. We want somebody to love me for my sake, not because I'm rich, not because I'm beautiful, not because this, not because I'm educated, but love is conditional here. And Naradji, the sages tell us, the saints tell us about love. We can only talk about love, send each other cards and say, I love you. It's such a common word, you see. I love you, I love you, I love you. We don't think what we are saying. What is love? So it's the saints who know about love, and Naradji is saying the first prerequisite of love is Guna Rahitam, Kamana Rahitam. Narad Bhakti Darshan, Sutra number 54. Love should not be based upon any quality that we see. Somebody sings very well, somebody's got this. It usually happens. You must have heard the story about Gunashila or something. Anyway, we don't have time for that. But the love of the prince was based upon her beauty. And the moment she knew about it, she deliberately engaged in some kind of yogic methods where she lost all her beauty. And then she was like a bag of skin and bones, looking so ugly, he never even recognized her. I'm ready to marry you. You? You're not the same person. Yes, it's me. So it was the skin, that beauty, outward beauty. So Naradji says, Guna Rahitam. And Kamana Rahitam. No desire. Even Swami Vivekananda says, to give and only give. That is love. There is no bartering there, business. You do this job for me, God, then I'm going to hold, thing in the temple, I will offer prasad to you. We are always, I'll go to Vaishnav Devi, I'll do this, I'll go to Balaji, give me a child, give me a grandson, get my daughter married, something or the other. There's a business. And the business is also, you could say, a very funny kind of business. We don't believe he's going to do it. So after you do it, I'll do it. Do it before. No. So, Kamana Rahita, no expectation. The ideal of a lover, Swami Vivekananda has written, is to give and only give. Even to the Lord he says, I'll give you my all. I do not want anything in return. He's smart. The person who says that to the Lord, he is very shrewd, very smart, clever. Why? Because when you don't ask for anything, you get everything. Everything. So we don't have to worry. I'm not asking for anything. What's going to happen then? He's ever ready to give any person who is selfless. You'll give yourself to him. To you. A person, long back, he had 4 wives and he went out of the country. A long period. He wrote back to his 4 wives, tell me what you want. I'm about to come back home, so please write and tell me what I can bring for you. So one of them was very much into beauty and makeup, so she asked for some special natural cosmetics from the far off country. The other one loved clothes, etc., so she asked for beautiful clothes. The third one was a bit sickly and she wanted to have some magical medicines or potions from that particular country. And The fourth one did not ask. Anyway, when he came back home, he went to visit his first wife, gave her all the beautiful cosmetics, everything he bought for her. He went to the second, gave her those beautiful clothes. You asked for this here, I bought everything. She was very, very happy. Went to the third one, gave her all the medicines and everything that he had got for her. She was very happy about it. And the fourth one, he went and he lived with her. Why? He asked her, why didn't you want, you didn't ask for anything. Well, I wanted you, that's it. I didn't want nothing. So he lived with her, and other three questions. He said, look, you asked for something, I gave it to you. She did not ask for anything, she asked for me, so I'm with her. So that's the reality with the Lord. The person, what have we got? Nothing to offer, everything is material and nothing belongs to us. The body doesn't belong, it was given to you, it's a bag of bones and skin, and it will decay one day. Then wealth, we came empty-handed, we'll go empty-handed. The mind, that is another biggest problem, our greatest enemy through so many lives. And the soul is a part of God. Really speaking, we have nothing to offer. He's got all the divine wealth, and that's what we are seeking. So, to ask for pure love, God is reluctant to give that. Do you know that? Krishna chute yadi bhukti mukti diya kabhu prem na de rakhe lukaiya. He always hides this highest wealth that he has in the form of divine love, pure love. Ask for anything, take it. He's very happy. Divine love, he gives us the last resort. Why? He wants to make sure what you want. Because we ask when we are in this environment, yes, I don't want anything. And the next thing, again, we ask for things here and there. So he wants to make doubly sure that this is what you want, and you are not going to settle for anything lesser than that. If we are smart, we'll do that. Aim for the highest, and you shall receive the highest. And why is this the highest? Because it is only love that binds the Supreme Lord. He becomes a servant to the devotee. He serves the devotee forever. He admits it. Aham bhakta paradhina yasvatantra iva dvija 9463 Bhagavad Puran. Anuprajamyaham nityam puyeyetyam hridenu. Do you know who the greatest lovers of God are? The gopis. They are the greatest lovers. Their love was the purest. Their love was only for the sake of pleasing Sri Krishna. They did not have even an iota of desire for their own happiness. That's why when Naraji was asked, you're speaking about love, can you tell us, who should we learn from? And he said, Yatha Braja Gopikanam. Learn from the gopis. This detailed account about love you can read on 21st number sutra, 24th number sutra. And he says, what was their love? Tat sukh sukhitvam. These sutras are very, very small. Complete sutra. Yatha Braja Gopikanam. Like the gopis. Then tat sukh sukhitvam. Their love was to please Sri Krishna. Whatever made him happy, that was their happiness. They had no other happiness excepting to please him. And this love, this highest love, that is the goal of Rasik saints. They teach us, don't settle for less. Normally in life, you don't settle for less. You want your children to get A stars, whatever it's called, yeah? A stars. Highest, right? That's what you want from your children. Then on the spiritual path, why not aim for the highest right now? This is the highest. We'll not settle less, so don't go in for the third, the B grades and the C grades. Go for the top grades. And the top grades, we know to some extent that love binds Sri Krishna. He's bound by love. And I think I did mention to you that that's why Sri Maharaj has built a beautiful temple. When you go to India, you must not miss it. It has outbeaten the Taj Mahal in beauty. Outward as well as internal Taj Mahal stands nowhere. It's a tomb. And this is Radha and Krishna and Sita Ram, such beautiful forms of theirs. And the name of the temple is Prem Mandir. Prem Mandir. Why? Because he wants to teach the world through this name that the path of love, this is the easiest, the simplest, because we all know how to love. We don't have to learn. Other things we learn. How to do this japa, how to read this, learn Sanskrit, this, that and the other. Lot of things we learn. But love nature. Even animals and birds, natural to them, love. It's at the heart of all existence. All we have to understand is this love which we are seeking everywhere in this world, and it's never fulfilled because here it's give and take. Everybody is a beggar like you are. We're all beggars, begging from each other. Nobody has it. This spiritual wealth of pure divine love belongs to the realm of God. And even in God, specific form, different forms of God, right? So different manifestations. So the sweetest, fullest, loving manifestation is Sri Krishna. We always call him the God of love. So his pastimes on this earth in Vrindavan, those are the divine love pastimes, intimate divine love pastimes. So, love is our nature. In the world, we are all beggars. So, after understanding this reality, that love, actually speaking, is a divine energy. You don't know that. We commonly use the word. We have stolen it from there and we use it with each other. But really speaking, God has got unlimited powers, and out of this unlimited powers, this love energy, which is called Prem, it is the essence of the bliss-yielding energy called Ladini Shakti. The Ladini Shakti is the intimate highest one, and the very essence of this is Prem. And the personified form of Prem is Radharani. That is Radha. We wonder whether there was a marriage or not, or this, that. She is Sri Krishna's energy. There's no separation. Can you separate the energy from the possessor? No. So same thing, Radha and Krishna are one. She is the love energy, and that's why she binds. And even a devotee, a seeker, ordinary people like us, if we are determined that I want to love him because I have a relationship with him. So a relationship is important because that's when there will be love. He's not some God Almighty up there and beyond the clouds who's there to punish you and to reward you. No, you belong to him. You are his. Who am I, you ask God? I will tell you, you are mine. That's a simple answer. We are his. But we are ready to love everywhere. Even our dog gets more out of us than God does. So he says, you are my children, I'm waiting. We recited the Pratna. In the Pratna it says, Ki tum apne bhujaon ko. Is there anybody in the world who loves you and is always waiting like this, non-stop, through countless lives? Come to be my child. You belong to me. I am the ocean, the reservoir of love and bliss. I am going to fulfill you. The world is there only. It is a place for you to get out of this bondage of karma. It's a place for you to engage in spiritual practice to come to me. That's what it is. And you need the world to fulfill the needs of the body. That's why it's there. But this is for you to come home. home is not this world. This is only temporary. He's waiting, waiting, waiting. So, as Swami Vivekananda said, bhakti is love for the highest, and the lowest will fall away by itself. So, highest is a reservoir of love. You can only be fulfilled when you attain His love. So, one love, that love that binds Him, you receive through His grace, the grace of saints. Saints shower that love on you. Until then, we need to prepare the vessel to receive that love. The vessel is a pure heart. So, by loving Him, by contemplating on the divine, your mind starts getting purified. It's getting cleansed. Cleansed to receive that powerful, that ultimate, that unlimited love of the Lord. We need a place to receive it. If we were to be given right now, the body will be completely shattered. We don't have that power to retain it. So what we need to retain that pure love is a pure heart. So how do we attain a pure heart? Vishayan dhyayatashittam vishayeshu vishajyate mamanusmaratashittam. Sri Krishna again and again and again urges Arjuna in the Gita, Ananya shintayanto mam, Ananya cheta satatam yo mam smarati, manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru, mameva ye prapadyante. Think of me, contemplate, whosoever you think about, you attach the mind to, you acquire the qualities. So if you contemplate on the divine, you focus the mind there, your mind will gradually get purified. And if you think of something or some person who's tamoguni, no matter how close that person is to you, the mind becomes tamoguni. It's simple as that. So, we are asking Sri Krishna for the highest thing that's going to bind him. I'm not going to settle for less. I do not want mukti is ordinary thing. It will come to me anyway. I don't want it. Devotees always reject mukti. They don't want it at all because they don't want to merge. They want to experience the love. So Indrahu Sampatti Lahi in Indra. Even if I get the wealth of this king of the celestial abode, I know that desire will never be finished because even Indra, there is desire there as well. Even he wants to become Brahma one day. So the mess, the bondage of desire is still even there in the celestial. He gets angry, he's jealous. You see all that, right? So Maya is there in the celestial abode. Mana ati chapala. And my mind is so fickle, so fickle. We sit over here, powerful vibrations for some time, you're able to focus. The moment you get up, food is there. Oh, that was delicious. How did you make it? And where and this? Oh, yeah, I went for a holiday and blah, 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 blah. And then the mind's running helter-skelter. And Arjuna pleaded to Sri Krishna on our behalf. Chanchalami mana Krishna. So here we are saying to Krishna, this mind is very, very chapal. Chapal means fickle, naughty. And it's always running here and there. When I sit to meditate, it's thinking of all other things. And I'm just getting frustrated with it. And I keep telling the mind, this is the goal of life. This is what you're here for. This is the time. Time is running out. We don't know when we are going to go. We try all these things, don't we? Because we've been blessed with some guidance, some spiritual, you could say, past sanskaras. So, ho haryo samuchaya vividha vidhi nahi manat. This is called surrender. When you try and try and try, and again the mind fails you. I'm not going to get jealous. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to be running around doing these things. You keep trying that. And then you are successful once, twice, third time, bang, again we are gone. We've done the wrong thing. We hurt somebody, we've done these things. So I have just given up on this mind of mine. You're saying this is a prayer to Sri Krishna. Nahi maanat, it's so crooked, this mind, so crooked. It doesn't listen to me. I want it. I've realized this is the goal of life. I've realized also that this human life is so momentary. And this is the time I must do anything. I must have a strong inclination, a desperation, a longing. I keep telling, but I just fail. But now having met a Rasik saints I mentioned to you, they are the saints of Vrindavan. And they are the ones who are always immersed, absorbed in the intimate divine love pastimes of Radha and Krishna performed in the beautiful groves of divine Vrindavan. So those are Rasik saints. And with your own efforts, the saint said to me that with your own efforts and your willpower, you are never going to succeed. The way to be able to one day win over the mind is surrender, surrender, surrender it. Surrender it to Sri Krishna. To rasikan kahi mani ab tumhari sharan gahi ghan Shyam. I've come to surrender to you. I'm yours, this mind. You are powerful, you are Manmohan. Steal my mind, take it away. I'm not able to sort it out. To brajarasu Dehu pilaya kripaluhi bhat kat thaki gaye paam. When is there going to be intense longing? When we become weary in this world. I've had all this, I've got everything that I desire. But why is it that internally I feel empty? So you're tired now. Tired of trying on the spiritual path. Tired of this world. You want to be there. You want to go home. That's what I want. So Krishna, I'm just tired. I'm weary of wandering in this endless cycle of birth and death. I can't remember. Countless lives have gone. So please shower your grace on me and give me that nectar of divine love of Vrindavan. I want to taste that love, that nectar, that bliss which you showered upon the gopis. That's what I seek from you. Dehu Premanesh Kam Shyam Mohi Shyam
Nishkaam Nishkaam.